him, your 2026 New Orleans Saints.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
At the 26-yard line.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
That's a
3rd and 7 now.
It's third.
Not a big
and
window to
7.
throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Shuck. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, Kai Kroger on to punt for New Orleans. On the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play, picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
On the turn and run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
It's a gain of
14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
First down. 1st and 10.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. His first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
30-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Throwing, Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll get that complete to Velo. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Third down, Shuck from the gun. Open man is Tipton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
Give them 18 on the play.
That's good for a Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Shuck now to throw. There's Chris Olave. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
To throw, it's Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From the gun, again to counter. We'll get this to about the 38.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. A give up the middle with Benson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays getting into the offense's backfield.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play action, Shuck. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw now, Shuck. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
1st and 10.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They run over center with Benson. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 9 yards on the carry there, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here live in New Orleans. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try to run with Benson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
The Cardinals will line up for the two-point conversion.
Connor going to try and run it, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Looking to put a drive together. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
From the 33, here's second down and 1. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Now on fourth down, honors the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Murray now to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Murray. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Throwing now is Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd and 9. Back to throw. Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cards have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
The Cardinals will line up.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. Riley now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Looking to put a drive together. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The slot man in motion right. To throw is Shuck. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
First down. 1st and 10.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Here's Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
That's a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
3rd down, Shuck from the gun. That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Now that was an impressive drive. But I think we're going to talk about being way more impressive because of who led them. A rookie quarterback in that spot, putting his team in front, that's big league.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Saints will line up for the
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead.
Cardinals 22.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 7. 1:53 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. To throw is Murray. That's caught by Wilson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Murray to throw. Oh, wide open receiver. It's Harrison. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now Murray. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Murray. This is taken in by McBride. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and goal, Arizona.
Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Now 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. Now the Cardinals going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 14-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now Ryland for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at
So this
29.
drive spans 7 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And that, not what they wanted. They lose yards on first down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Kamara gets him again on second down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So it's the Saints who are going to be in position to get the ball first as we are back underway and set for overtime. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Looking to put a drive together. The busy night continues for Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Throwing, Shuck. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He was taken down behind
They'll
the line
lose
of
a yard
scrimmage.
there, and it's second and 11.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. Second and 11. Olave holds it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
First down.
This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime is kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
They're starting to put together a nice drive. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now Shuck. On target over the middle of Hill. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards down to the 13. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it, all right? I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
And the Saints are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Again, Kamara pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Kamara. Yeah, I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And now 4th down. What do you do?
And after being stuffed on that play, it puts a little doubt in the minds of a head coach who has the football, I'm sure. Do we go for it here, or do we take the 3 points and continue to play on? Because you know he wants to get in the end zone. That ends the game. But I've been on the defensive side before. They've got to be energized right now and almost challenging them to go for it because they've got...
That is caught. Touchdown. They strike first here in overtime.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Cardinals 29.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They need a matching touchdown here to keep their hopes alive. Here's second down. Murray now going to do it himself. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
It's a gain of 22
A good pick up there, a 22.
For a Cardinals first down. A gain of 22 yards. And a Cardinal first down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Harrison Jr. incomplete. It's now second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Murray. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they said, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Murray now. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
A field goal does nothing. It is touchdown or bust as they come up on 3rd down. Now Murray again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Murray now to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. intercepted. That'll seal it. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it.
Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the fourth quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
So it's a win here for the Saints, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, if this was a hockey game, he'd be the #1 star of the night without a doubt. He finished with 4 touchdown passes and just seemed to get stronger and stronger as the night went on.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.